This is Bang Bang Bang,
the JamJam Afrobeats show.
Yes, and like I promised earlier, we've got... Well, we thought we were just having AjeButter in the studio. What's good, brother?
I'm good, man.
We'll talk to you first, but we've actually got... Well, we've got 3 for 1 in today.
Mm-hmm.
And... Now, Mr. AjeButter, that's a strange name as it is, but we won't go over it. I think you're more Aje Marmite.
I beg.
You know why? Because
chill on that.
your vocal, you either like it or you hate it.
I don't know anybody that hates this shit.
Well, you say that.
I'm not trying to tell me shit.
Let me say why I say that. Because, okay, this is like the 3rd time I've interviewed you.
Mm-hmm.
You actually, that's the record that I've introduced an artist. Interviewed an artist. So you're an official friend of the show.
Yes, so.
However, it didn't start off that way. And I don't know if you remember the story that we said last time.
I've actually forgotten.
Well, let me retell it because it's kind of interesting.
We'll have to say it again.
Because I've been getting a lot of criticism lately, and because I've been criticizing other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to... I'm telling this story as a way of showing that I get it wrong as well. So I'm not alone. I remember we've got Studio Magic in the studio. Now, this is actually a... So I've got to digress this whole story. It's quite long. We've got Studio Magic in the studio with AjeButter. This is a collaboration album. Studio Magic are the producers of this album. We've got Toxx and Headphones. So, when Toxx from Studio Magic sent me the first ever AjeButter track, I think it was actually called Anytime Soon.
Yes, it was.
And he played it and I was like, nah, you keep doing your beats but lose the vocal. I don't know who that deep voice dude is. You should lose it.
I'm the worst.
But then look at how wrong I was.
Am I supposed to comment on that?
Yeah, you should say JamJam, you're a loser or something.
Nah, man, it's actually really cool. There's a lot of people have felt that way about as an artist that have blown now, or that I like now, that I listen to their music. It happens a lot to me too. So
but I quickly changed my mind after Samurai. That was like the big track that kind of really did things for you, first of all, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now now you've dropped this Anytime Soon album, and it's kind of, the way I looked at it, it's like an ode to future prospects. It's like a perfect opening album, because literally there's like you weave a message through a lot of the tracks, which is basically like, it may not be happening for me right now, but one day it's going to happen.
Exactly. I think you really understand where we were going with the album. At least for me, lyrically, it was more like if you talk to me on an everyday basis and you ask me, okay, what's happening in your life, or what stage of life are you at as an individual, is really like anytime soon, because it's a potential stage. It's a stage where you feel like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm making music, I'm releasing music, I'm making an album. What's going to happen? How are we going to get on? Are we going to be successful? You get it's those kind of questions, those kind of hope and belief and dreams and etc. all these things. So that's what the album is about.
So, Humble Guy, that's the first track of, and I don't think I've met a humble guy in Nigeria. So you're the first. Is there room for in the music industry? Because it's quite a cutthroat industry for someone to be humble, I think.
I think the thing with being humble, obviously, I'd say this, Sha. I'll stick my neck out and say I met Two-Face, and he's really humble. He's the definition of a humble guy. That is just someone that he just has humble vibes. He's just a cool guy. He has nothing. There's nothing else but just pure coolness. And me personally, if you know me, I don't carry my shoulder anyhow. I just think it's just being normal, like a normal person. Like there's no reason to be any other way but that.
I can vouch for that.
I feel like you have to put in effort to be anything else, but that's for me. So that's how I see it, and I just choose to stay like that. Not to say that, for the song Humble Guy, I think it talks about a lot of things. I'm
going to come back to that actually, by the way. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Now, this is the first, I think it could be the first producer-artist collaboration album. Tell me a little bit how that come about, and then we'll talk to Studio Magic, who we've got in studio.
Anytime soon. How did we come about? The funny thing is, when we started...
You didn't want to do a D'banj and leave your best producer behind.
No. When we started, I don't think we ever thought, let's do what nobody has done before, or let's do this first time thing, or let's make this different music, or it was just the natural vibes of the situation. It was just naturally how it happened. Okay, we made. And the funny, it's not even like we had made 1,000 songs. We had made like one song together, and we're like, okay, let's make a mixtape at the time, which was what it was gonna be before we then developed it into being an album.
Okay, let's talk to Studio Magic, which are made up of Platinum, Toxx, and Headphones. What's good, people? Sorry, say that again. I just turned your mic off.
Nothing much, man. We're chilling.
So yeah, tell us about this project. So how did it come about, and like why is it presented in this way? Because it's quite rare to see like Studio Magic presents anytime soon with AjeButter. That's these Headphones.
Well, the way we work is what we've liked to work with is work with an artist from the beginning, like find someone and craft with that person and work all the way up, and that's what happened with Butter. So I just heard him like A&R. We just heard his music online, and this is good. So we decided to hit him up, work with him, and just started going from there. Like it was not a plan, like he said. It was an ongoing plan. Yeah. But we have a whole vision that we can craft that way and present someone else, one artist, and it's easier for us to work that way.
Now there's a skit on the album with Headphones is doing the skit, so I should take it that you're more the hip hop influence side of the beats, because you kind of joke it. You said enough now, we're enough of this kind of. I think there was 2 tracks before, like high life kind of traditional sounding songs, and you come in and say I beg now, let's play some hip hop kind of stuff. That's
like pretty much it. Yeah, I've done a lot of hip hop stuff. Platinum Toxx does a lot of the Nigerian stuff, but we do everything together. But my biggest influences are like the hip hop, the samples. So I work on that way, and I just made a skit out of there.
Okay, Mr. AjeButter. Now I said you blew on the scene with Semere, and then you followed it closely up with Omo Pasta, which had a kind of interesting message to it, which is unusual in Afrobeat song. Tell us a bit about the message, and also tell us about Bodge, because I think you kind of brought him onto the scene. He was there with DRB, but I think with that track he really kind of pushed on to the next level.
Okay, well. Before they go and say that,
I'm asking a humble guy to say these things.
Put things in my mouth now. Right. Okay.
What does Omo Pastor? First of all, what is the message behind
Omo
that?
Pastor literally means daughter or son of a pastor, whatever. That's what Omo Pastor means. The song basically talks about, how you expect the child of a pastor to be holy and good, and the whole family to be good because they represent all that stuff. But then it's rarely the case, from experiences. Everybody knows that pastors' kids are usually the notorious ones. So that was it.
Wait, whose experience are you talking about? I've never had that experience.
Everybody knows.
So that's just you on your own, right?
JamJam is just trying to tension guys in the studio. He wants us to just say things that we don't want to say. Yeah, but
wait, so whose daughter did you miss with? Is it that pastor one who drives around with the yellow Hummer? That guy? Is it?
No, the funny thing is, like, before I wrote the song, like, I didn't really I had like maybe 1 or 2 experiences with pastor's daughter. But after that jam, every pastor's daughter was just highlighting me like, oh, you're talking about me in that song. Oh, you know my life, all these people. So
let's hear the song itself.
Fun.
Yeah, this is AjeButter featuring Bodge, and the track is called Omo Pasta. Okay, struggling with my buttons there. Yeah, so that was AjeButter featuring Bodge, and Bodge is actually going to be next week's guest on the show. And like I was saying, I think that AjeButter, you introduced him onto the scene, but you disagreed with me.
No, I didn't necessarily disagree. Obviously, being on a song with another artist puts you to a different audience or to a newer audience or something. People that support that person. So, say I was to do a song with I don't know. Give me any name, one name, any name.
It's okay, you're giving me a diplomatic answer. But let me say...
you just become introduced to a new crowd, Sha. That's my whole point.
No, but he's been around for a while in the group DRB, but I think that it really did bring him to wider attention. But shout out to him, he's doing his thing, and we're going to talk to him next week, so I'll give him the same question, don't worry.
Shout out to Bodge, shout out DRB.
Now, let's move it on back to the Anytime Soon album. One question remained for me. What is Okafor's law?
That's a great question. The most powerful question ever. Okafor's law states that once debe, always debe. So it basically talks about a guy or a girl. Once you've been with someone before, the belief is that you can always you can always go back to that person. So let's say you had a girlfriend or someone that you used to have a thing with, and then the person moves on or whatever. If you guys had a good time before, you can always.
It's kind of like never burn your bridges, so you need to get back.
Not that you don't. Even if you burn them, so to speak, at the time, anything can always happen because it has happened before.
Okay,
that's the idea of Okafor's Law. So the song is talking about a guy, who had a girlfriend and then they broke up. She has a new boyfriend now, but she's still checking on him every now and then. Her boyfriend is vexing for the old guy, and that situation plays out in a way that, okay, are we going to get back together? I mean, there's still something there.
So I mean,
it never actually quite goes away. So that's what Okafor's Law is about.
I mean, I really loved listening to this album because it does have messages in it, and it's rare that you can say that about Afrobeats music, where you're listening to the lyrics, say modern Afrobeats music in a very loose term that we talk about, and it's really nice for me to hear you on a kind of high life kind of beat with Omo Igbo featuring Wizboy. It was really, I think it suits the contrast in your sort of deep vocal with his high life vocal. It really suits your style. And then also a few tracks later, you've got Follow the Leader. Yeah. What are you saying in that? Because I feel, is that a spoof? Are they actual lyrics? Is that kind of, you being satirical about lyrics or something? Are you even talking English? I don't know what. It sounds like you're mumbling. because in Humble Guy you're dissing like the lyrical content of Afrobeats artists, and then you now bring Follow the Leader, and I'm like, what have I missed?
Nah, you know the funny thing about Follow the Leader, if the chorus of the song, I'm money now, I'm not saying any single thing in that part. Like, I'm just giving them vibes, basically. Whatever just came out of my mouth, it was like speaking in tongues, like shabba. That's what I said on the track. Simple for the chorus bits. However, on the verses, I believe personally, I say confidently, I have like some of my best verses punchline wise in that song. Like, I think
really,
I agree. Yeah. But it's it takes a while to get. If you're not listening to it, if you think it's just rubbish, you won't get it. But
I wasn't going to play it, but I think I might play it.
Yeah,
next.
man, and I'll quote you some bars.
Yeah,
even if you want, so that
you need to play and press pause every time after every line.
Really? Give us a few now before we play it, so people can listen out for it.
Do you want to get that one? No. Let me get that one. I was like, it's the beginning of the third verse. I don't even know where to start.
Okay, I'll play it and we'll pick it up. Yeah. Let me say, when I listened to it, right, in my head, I imagined a remix with Two-Face. I don't know why. I just think his vocal would go mad on it. We'll listen to it and see what you think. I don't know why I thought that. I was jogging along in my headphones and I thought, Two Baba on this would be good. Let's go. AjeButter, Follow the Leader. Did we hear some punchlines there?
Yeah, me I heard because I wrote the song.
Okay.
That was just the first verse. I know I said when they're just.
You know what? Let me say, because I've got my own favorite punchlines, which you're already aware of, because you did an acoustic set of Church Mind before you dropped the album, and I can't quote it, but I can give you did something about spleen.
I know the line.
Can you remember?
When we get to that part, I still didn't follow the leader.
That's my favorite. I've got to be one of my favorite ever Nigerian lyrics. I thought it was so. I've never. What would you call that? A metaphor? It's a biological metaphor or something.
It's like a metaphor with like. Yeah. I mean, it runs on. If I do say so myself.
I'm starting to doubt you wrote it. I think Platinum Toxx or Headphones wrote it for you. You're just the vocal man, right? Did you even write these lyrics?
I can't even remember his own lyrics.
You trust me?
Right.
Don't worry, we'll come back.
Bars.
We should say that.
Spleen. Yeah, something about don't scream. I was like, I could be the best in Nigerian rap scene. Make my bars form cells in Nigerian rap spleen. Don't scream. Cheap.
Yeah, there you go. That's mad. I mean, I really like that. And moving on to the album, there's another track you've got called "What Are We."
I like the songs you like. I like the same songs.
What is the message behind that song?
What Are We is another relationship-based sort of song. It's like it says, what are we? Now, sometimes you meet a babe and you guys might start giving. Sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's not serious. You're not quite sure because you're at that awkward phase, and then you have that conversation. What are we? What is this? What's happening? What are we doing? That was the first verse. The second verse was talking about a guy with a guy with a babe, and the babe was, trying to be with him and leave her. They liked each other, but she had a guy, and she's like, oh, I can't leave my ex guy and be messing around with you. What are we? The third verse was two people that were together before and they broke up, and it's like, okay, we are still seeing each other though. So, but what are we? What is this? Because we're not exactly getting back together. So it's just different. It's just me telling stories of different situations.
Every time
it's not
a girl turns to me and pauses and said, "We need to talk."
And we need to talk.
I can feel that question coming.
Exactly.
Where are we heading? What are we?
Exactly. That's what the song is about.
You can see that JamJam is a bad guy.
JamJam takes no prisoner.
Do you know? I think the only answer I'd have, I'll just say anytime soon, babe. Anytime.
Oh, bars.
Okay, let's move on. I want to play the lead single from the album. Well, can you call it the lead single? The current single you're promoting, which is Alangba. Now, obviously, we're gonna have to. Okay, is that not?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
I'm wondering how you know, but
I'm very well versed in these things.
Bad man.
MI6. We need to describe what is Alangba.
Alangba means lizard. That's what it means. I'm not even having that. It means lizard.
You know what's fun?
Well, let me
go.
I will explain. Olongbo means cat. So it says, nod your head, be Alangba. Because you see them lizards outside your house in Nigeria. They just be nodding your head, nodding your head slowly. Shine your eye, be Olongbo. So you go outside in the night, you see young cats just shine eye like this. Then you're scoring F9, Olodo. That's if you fail. They call you Olodo in Nigeria.
Wait, Olodo means like a stupid person.
Yeah. So
when you say scoring F9,
like
F9 is the lowest grade you can have.
Okay.
Failure.
Okay.
Scoring F9, Olodo. Mommy and my phone Koboko. Your mom is going to flog you for getting F9.
So nod your head like
Nod
a
your
langba,
head,
like the lizard.
Yeah. Shine your eye like the cat.
Like the cat.
Scoring F9.
Like a stupid person. You're failing like a stupid
your
person.
mom's going to flog you.
See what I'm saying, people? AjeButter with his lyrical content. Don't let anyone fool you. The Afrobeats don't have lyrics. Let's hear this one. This is AjeButter.
Vouch for the rest of the genre. We have chair, though.
Okay, we can call people out.
Shots fired.
Do you want to call some people out with some bad lyrical content? Oh, don't worry, we'll come back to that. Don't worry, we're coming back. This one's AjeButter. Track's called Alangba. Yes. AjeButter22. Track's called Alangba. Now, what's funny? I can actually imagine a little Alangba nodding his head to that track. It's got a kind of jumpy beat from Studio Magic.
Oh shit.
So which one of Studio Magic made that beat? Was it Headphones or Platinum Toxx?
That'll be Platinum Toxx.
So would you say Platinum Toxx is like the lead producer in this setup, or is Headphones a better producer than Platinum Toxx?
We have different things going on. As you said earlier, I'm more of the Afrobeats guy, but also on every track, creative direction comes from both sides. So although even though I do most of the Afrobeat stuff, chips in every now and then and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, let's take it back to AjeButter. How's Tiwa Savage doing?
I don't know.
When's the last time you talked to her?
When last time
you're sexting her?
JamJam's about to.
I've got some nice music in the background going for that, some romantic music.
Well, not in real life.
Okay, no. So, what you said? What's the line that you said?
Tiwa Savage, only my wet dreams.
T-Bills, I beg, don't be vexing. T-Bills is Tiwa Savage's husband. When you wrote that, were they married?
Yeah, I think so. They just got married, or they're just always.
Oh wow! So they were even married. It makes it worse.
Well, I said you shouldn't vex. That's the whole point. Why do you think I say you shouldn't vex? If they were married, you think I'll say you shouldn't vex? Obviously not. Okay.
So wait, so have you talked to Tiwa Savage until T-Bills since the track came out?
No, I haven't, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's jokes. I don't think anyone will take it seriously. If you do, sorry.
See, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I like to joke. I would never have normally taken something like that, but I think you've gone a bit deep since they've got married.
Why are you staring, JamJam?
I just like
Well, I did. Well, in my defense, I didn't say I did anything with her or I am going to do anything. I said in my wet dreams. That's a dream. That's a far place. It's not real life.
If anything, it's a compliment.
Exactly.
It'd be alright if it was a dry dream.
What kind of dream is a dry dream?
No, I'm joking. You actually, you I like it.
It's a compliment. I think like it just means that Tiwa is far away. Like I can obviously never get her.
It's a compliment, right? Any man likes that if you compliment her wife.
No, not really. No,
You're putting yourself in it now.
it's true. I wonder what will happen if it went to those song.
I would really like to ask it. You know, when I heard the song, I felt like tweeting it and atting them in, but I've got into trouble before with atting people on Twitter, so I don't think I'll go back there again.
You don't want to go there.
We've got Verbal Vixen in the building. We've got any questions for these guys?
Why are you asking when I'm like laughing, half laughing? I was going to actually ask, like JamJam picked up on it earlier, so like you kind of have like some songs like Humble Guy and A Car Falls Lot that are a bit kind of slower, and you kind of talk about females in there. Like, were there any particular females that influenced those tracks?
What, Humble Guy?
Yeah, Humble Guy in particular.
No, Humble Guy is really just life experiences in general.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like Humble Guy, I said, remember when I entered stage and I'm shaking, now I'm earthquake performance, groundbreaking. So it's just basically my life, updates on my life in case anybody cares to know, and just what I go through in the industry and things like that.
Funny, talking about Humble Guy, I said I'll come back to it because I kind of view it, it's like a protest song for me, and it's kind of a protest song or description against fame and the kind of people that it attracts. And you call out, you say, oh, all these zombie artists, they all sound the same. Yeah. So who are we talking about there? Who do you think sound the same?
Humble Guy, like as you can tell from the tone of the song, is more of a happy to be, like, I'm just happy to be in the industry. I'm just soaking everything in. Okay,
but give us some kind of idea.
So as a new guy entering, you must guess by now that I don't really want to mention anybody's names like that.
No, but see, obviously the album's called Anytime Soon. I think it's Anytime Now because now has come. You're here. You're on the JamJam Afrobeats show, so you must have already blown up.
Now, on the more, if we're calling a spade, I don't think, let me just make my position clear, so everybody knows now. I don't think Afrobeats music is dependent on lyrics. It's not. It's music that, or not dependent on deep lyrics. It's just like saying a genre of music like dance or a song that just says one word 100 times. It's not dependent on lyrics. Doesn't mean it's not a good song. Doesn't mean that the artist is not. No.
Terry G.
Doesn't mean that the artist is not. Doesn't mean that the artist is not working hard or whatever. But I'll give an example like Uku, Timaya's Uku. Is not a song that is. And Pangolo, for instance, DJ exclusive to Timaya Pangolo. That is an example of.
It's a dance track.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that it's not that like that. I'm not saying anything is wrong in it. I'm just saying that that from the question you asked, like, who do I think is not that lyrical or that is not such a lyrical song? And I would say those songs are not really, because it's like mostly beats, is dance. That's the genre. That's how it's supposed to be. So Timaya
is a zombie artist. Okay, I'm just writing that down. Timaya,
chill. It's not a zombie.
No, but it's funny. That's one of the biggest criticisms that I have of Afrobeats artists, and it is like I don't think everybody kind of knows that, and everyone appreciates. Maybe that's what I wouldn't have got.
When you listen to Afrobeats, I don't think anyone is necessarily listening for, for lyrics to change that. They're listening to dance. Because that's how Africans are in general. We like to dance, we like to party, we like that sort of thing. So if you're not listening, it's not an industry that people are listening necessarily just for lyrics. That's what I like to do because that's what I know, that's what I'm good at. So I'll put that in my music.
Okay, let's flip it then. Who do you rate as far as Afrobeats are concerned for being for lyrical content?
Afrobeats lyrical content. Oh, you mean like rappers in Africa?
Yeah.
I rate Mode 9. I've always rated Mode 9. Growing up and stuff. I rate MI, of course. I rate. Who do I? Guys, who do you rate? Who do you guys rate? Tell me a guy that you rate.
See, I actually think you're the best lyricist I've heard since MI. That's the first time when I've been listening to. Like,
did I know it's you? What time is it?
No, it's true because you are very accessible to the non-Afrobeats listener. They can hear what you're talking about, but you are delivering. No, I'm being serious about that. I don't usually like praising people too much, in an interview basis. We actually talked about this before, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I really mean that. I think I've always said it on Twitter, you've got a great future ahead of you.
Thanks so much. I think what it is I think you also understand the idea of what we're doing. Like the music, like for instance, the skit, the humble guy, you understand the message of the music and you understand what we're trying to do. Exactly. So, and that goes a long way.
So we've been talking about your music quite a lot, but I think it's fair to say that you're quite an elusive character in terms of like the Nigerian music scene. Just want to find out, is that actually like part of your persona? And actually what is AjeButter like, away from the music, behind the scenes? What
was that line I said in Humble Guy? I said, care about music, all the fashion and controversy. I'm like, Kilo call me. Kilo call me basically means that it was my business. So my point I'm trying to make basically is I'm really just about the music when it comes to being in the music industry. I know the music industry is big. It has people, there's controversy, there's other things, but for me, I'm into music. I do music because I like music as part the music side of it as opposed to the rest of the industry. So that's why I might come off as elusive or someone that isn't really involved in everything.
So like when you're not doing music, when you're not in the studio, like what do you kind of do? What do you spend your time doing?
I hang out with these guys. And we do normal things like spend time with girls, or talk about girls.
Pastors' daughters in particular.
Bring them, pastors' daughters, we don't mind.
Okay, let's play another track off the album. We talked a little bit earlier that you switched it up with the High Life track. I want to play the one with Wizboy. Can you introduce the song for me, Mr. AjeButter?
Yes. I want that day at mommy. I want Meji Kilo for me. This one is called Omo Ibo, featuring Wizboy.
We've been reviewing the Anytime Soon album. Studio Magic presents. Okay, so we've still got Mr. AjeButter here in the studio.
Yes, we're here.
Yes, we're
live.
I was taking a deep breath because I'm going to my emergency questions. If you were a ghost, who would you haunt?
Tiwa Savage. I did just say that. I really did. I did.
So what, are you going to do some exorcist stuff on Tiwa?
I'm just joking.
Make her head spin.
It's really not that serious. I just felt like saying something.
Okay, next question. While shopping in a supermarket, you discover the world will end in 10 minutes' time. You have £10 on you. What do you buy?
I don't buy anything. I just take whatever I want and just catch rocks there.
Good answer. Very good answer.
I really don't see what I should
what do you need money for, right?
Exactly. It's ending in 10 minutes.
Okay, your best Afrobeats track, artist, or anything banging right now on your iPod or MP3 player?
Afrobeats, MP3 player.
In the car?
I don't listen to music like that. Oh yeah, I know the song I like. I like this D'banj new song.
Oh yeah, wait.
No. I don't like that one.
Bother you. Okay. Yeah. Is that the one for the soundtrack?
Yeah.
I really like the song. I like the video.
Okay, nice. Isn't that the one you're riding on a white horse?
Lovely. Best.
Only D'banj. Ejala.
Ejala. I really like D'banj.
Okay, what's your favourite pidginism? Broken phrase, slang, or exclamation?
That's not pigeon. That pigeon.
If it's yours, what is it?
No. It's just some words that people like slangs that I know that people use.
Yeah, go on, say it. What?
Like give them, come alive.
Sound them. Sound the big thing.
No, JamJam. That's not what I'm talking about. That isn't what I'm talking about.
Okay, celebrity dates in Africa.
Like who would I date?
You can't have Tiwa. You done did it already. You done that too many times.
No, I can't. Who would I date? Celebrity. They have to be like up to what level of celebrity?
Any C-list, B-list, A-list.
Okay.
Even Tonto. You mentioned Tonto DK in one of your songs, huh?
Yeah, Tonto is no. Dates no.
You done did it already too.
Oh, no, at all. No. for dates no. And I like this babe called Zainab Balogun. Quite like her. She
Is that an actress?
no, well, she acts and she's a model and a presenter. She works on Ebony Live TV.
I need to Google images that, I think.
Yeah, Google.
I
her.
always
She's
keep
mad.
these in my favorite tabs. You never know when you need Google images, right?
She's mad.
Okay, here's your last question. When was the last time you lied?
I lied today. When I lied before I came on the show.
What was the lie?
Well, I was trying to be a diva. I didn't really work because nobody gave me any attention. But I said I'd be outside for 2 hours. When in fact, I'd be outside for like...
What, you've been waiting outside Bang Studios?
Yes.
Are you serious? For how long?
2 hours.
Ngozi. Ngogo, what have you done to me? Okay, that means we have to cook some
That's the
food.
dramatic effect I've been looking for since morning. Exactly.
Okay, is that her there? Oh, she looks a bit like your celebrity date, Zainab Balogun.
She looks like who?
Lupito.
No. She's fine. Lupita, I beg, chill.
She kind of does. Anyway, Mr. AjeButter, Studio Magic, Platinum Toxx, and Headphones, thank you so much for everyone for coming in. If people want to get hold of you, how can they find you?
Handle is at Studio Magic _.
My handle is at AjeButter22. That is AJEBUTTER22, not BOTA, not any other spelling that I think might be cool. No. It's the first spelling I gave you.
And Headphones, did we do Headphones? What's it?
Yeah, we gave a joint.
Oh,
Studio
you did
Magic
the joint
one,
one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool then. Thank you guys for coming in. It's
Yeah.
always a pleasure. The third time, and we're going to have the Studio Magic guys back in. We're going to do a producer special, so we're going to have you back in. So we'll see you again next time. And you're touring the UK, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm on tour right now, which is how come I'm in this country. Still my red card is still valid. You know,
Do you want to shout out a few cities that people should expect you in?
Yeah, definitely. Nottingham on the 7th of March, be there. Manchester on the 8th of March, be there. Birmingham on the 14th of March, be there. I know I'm forgetting something I should remember. I don't know if they have paid their money. I can't shout them out. So sorry. Okay, those 3 cities, I'm sure I'm coming there. So please come out to support anytime soon the album. If you've been listening to it in your house, come out and support us. Support guys. You know, this is what we've worked really, really, really hard on, and we actually I feel good that especially with you listening to it and the way you not saying that is not you coming and telling us that it's a good album, but the way you listened to it and understood what I was trying to say, that is satisfaction for me.
Thanks, man. Constructive criticism, right?
Of course, yeah, definitely. that is satisfaction for me. That's all I live for.
That's good. AjeButter22.
The JamJam Afrobeats Show.
This is Bang Bang.